Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu al-Faruq. He was Umar ibn al-Khattab Abu Hafs al-Qurashi al-Adawi. It is authentically reported that the Prophet ﷺ once prayed to Allah that he help Islam by causing Umar's reversion. A day later, in Dhul Hijjah, in the 6th year of the prophethood, Umar radiallahu anhu embraced Islam. He was 26 years old then. So the Quraysh regarded his acceptance of Islam as a severe blow of their prestige. A turning point in the fortunes of Islam. Umar's acceptance of Islam was a turning point to the fortune of Islam. It meant power, his immigration to Medina victory, and his Khalifat grace of Allah. The addition of this strong personality greatly increased the prestige of the small community of Muslims in Mecca. Muslims were not able to pray in front of the Kaaba until Umar radiallahu anhu embraced Islam. From that day on, the influence of the Muslims community grew without interruption until it reached its zenith in the majestic empire created by Umar radiallahu anhu. The virtues of Umar ibn al-Khattab. Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu reports, while he were sitting with the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "While I was asleep, I saw myself in paradise, and there was a woman performing her ablution by the side of the palace, and I asked, 'Whose this palace?' They answered, 'Umar's al-Bukhari.' Once Allah's Messenger ﷺ said, 'Umar, O Umar ibn al-Khattab, by him in whose hand my soul is, if shaitan would encounter you on one path, he would certainly take a different path from yours.' Al-Bukhari. Umar's character. Umar's life requires but a few lines to sketch. Simplicity and duty were his guiding principles. Impartiality and devotion were the leading feature of his administration. He was the Khalifa of a vast empire, but he never lost the balance of a wise and sober judgment. Where is the Khalifa? The visitor would ask as he looked around the court of the Medina Mosque. And all the while the commander of the believers would be sitting in simple attire before him. Responsibility so weighed upon him that he was heard to exclaim, "If only my mother had not borne me, would that I had been this blade of grace instead." His sense of justice was strong. Whip in hand, he would treat the streets and markets of Medina, ready to punish offenders on the spot. But even with all this, he was kind hearted. Countless acts of kindness are recorded of him, such as relieving the wants of widows and orphans, for instance, journeying in Arabia during the famine. He came upon a poor woman and her hungry, weeping children seated round a fire on which was an empty cooking pot. Umar, Umar hastened on to the next village, obtained bread and meat, filled the pot, and simple cooked an ample meal, leaving the little ones laughing and playing. Umar was the first to assume the title of Ameerul Mumineen, or the commander of the believers.